$4.51. This weekend, the GST holiday that the Liberals have promised us with such fanfare takes effect. And if you've been sitting at home wondering, gee, what will this holiday bring to me? The answer is $4.51 in savings. If you thought when you first heard about this a month ago, this is a farce. This is nothing but a political ploy to try and get people to like the Liberals again. Well, you were exactly right. Because this past week at the Commons Finance Committee, the head of the Canada Food Price Projection Panel, doesn't have a full name, was asked, well, what will this do? What will this great GST holiday bring all of the hardworking Canadians who are struggling to make ends meet because of all this government's ridiculous economic policies, its ridiculous tax policies, its out-of-control spending? What will this great GST holiday that they have promised us bring? And the answer is $4.51 per Canadian. So if you got 4 people in your family, you're going to get up there around $18. Oh, wow. You can't even have a pizza delivered to your house for $18 once. You can't have that for $18. This is, if you look at it, the average family of 4 in Canada will spend nearly $17,000 a year on food. So $18 off of $17,000, well, that's just a little bit over 1/10 of 1%. It's crazy. It's crazy. It does nothing. In fact, I think it's going to end up costing each of us money because it will reduce federal revenues by about $1.6 billion. It will reduce revenues in the provinces that have harmonized sales tax. That's Ontario and the 4 Atlantic provinces. It'll reduce their revenues by $2.7 billion. Governments don't go without money. The federal government's not going to go without that $1.6 billion. It's not going to find $1.6 billion in spending cuts. It's going to raise other taxes to compensate for the GST that it's taken off. It's absolutely ridiculous. It will be more harm to the spending economy than good because the cost that's estimated for small business is somewhere just shy of $1 billion. They're going to have to redo all their inventory. They redo all their tills for 2 months of GST savings on a shortened list of items. And the one that I think is hilarious is right here in the middle of the Canadian winter, December 15th to February 15th, they're going to take the GST off popsicles. Now, I guess if you have a big freezer, you rush right out, buy a case or 2 of popsicles, and you're going to come way ahead on this GST rebate. But otherwise, it is ridiculous. I was talking to a woman I know who is smaller in stature, and she said she was looking at children's double extra large clothing because there's a GST holiday for 2 months on kids' clothes. Maybe she could fit into some of them, she thought. But there's no GST holiday on adult clothes. If you were really, really, really looking to help people, of course, I think you would just get rid of the GST or you would bring it down 1 or 2 notches. And you do it permanently. Wouldn't be for 2 months. It wouldn't be on a prescribed list of items. But this government doesn't think that way. It doesn't think like ordinary people. They sat around at a committee and they thought, oh, I hear that ordinary people like beer and popsicles. Maybe we should take beer and popsicles off the list of GST items. And that is the depth of their thinking because, as I said, their number one goal in this GST holiday was to get you to love them again. For Post Media, I'm Lorne Gunter.